Hi, I'm Ivy Griffin, owner and founder of ThriveTherapyandCounseling.com. And as you probably know, I love working with highly sensitive people and helping them move through the challenges and the overwhelm of life and lead happier, healthier lives. So in this video, I want to talk about some tips for small talk. Right. Now, how many of you out there hate small talk? I'm raising my hand here too. Not my favorite thing. Probably why I became a therapist, so I don't have to do a lot of small talk, right? Like, I always feel like, give me something really deep and meaningful and real. Tell me a story that's gonna unfold that I can get wrapped up in. But please, please don't make me talk about the weather or about your weekend plans, right? That can feel so boring. And yet, it's such a part of life, right? Just think back to the last backyard barbecue or holiday party that you went to. Probably small talk was everywhere because that's how we connect as humans with others who we don't know so well, right? Or sometimes even with people we do know well, we just kind of want to fill the gaps. So, my recommendation is to find your tools and strategies to make small talk as enjoyable as possible for you. And I'm going to share 2 tips that I have found work really well for me. The first tip is use social media. That's right. We live in a world where social media is everywhere, but it can actually be a really great tool for learning about other people and for giving you a basis for asking questions, especially around things that interest you. So for instance, you're at a party, you're having a conversation with an acquaintance or even with a family member, just someone you don't know all that well, but you saw that picture on Instagram that they bought a new house. You can walk up and say, "Oh, congrats on your new house." And then ask an interesting question like, what inspired you to move? Or what are you loving most about your new place? Or how's the neighborhood going? Right? And that can lead to a whole realm of conversation. Or if you know someone has posted pictures lately about a recent work trip or vacation, ask about that. Where did they go? What restaurants did they like? What did they think of where they visited? And even if someone's posted some, school pics of their kid, people like to talk about their kids, right? Especially parents. So check in, ask about that. What's second grade like for your kiddo? Or what do you notice that's different about second grade for them versus when we were in elementary school, right? So use that information to help you move into a more interesting conversation for you. And then my second tip is to ask open-ended questions. So these are questions that are not yes or no answers. These are questions that you can't answer in one word, right? They really open up the ground for broader conversation, right? So think about topics you're interested in and ask questions around those. Like you might ask a group, what's the best movie you've seen this year? And that can lead to a whole conversation comparing and contrasting different movies and exploring, what draws people into different movies. That can be a great topic. Or, if you just kind of get a more boring introduction of, oh, I'm so-and-so and I work as a blank, ask more questions about their career, but make sure those questions interest you. You can say, what drew you into your career? Or, I don't know much about this line of work. What's your day-to-day like? Or, what's the best part of your work? Anything open-ended can really bring a lot of richness and depth to a conversation, which I know, highly sensitive person, you probably really enjoy because I certainly do. So I hope these tips are helpful for you when you're in another small talk situation. If you have other tips, I'd love to hear them. Please share them in the comments. And if you want more tips about just living life as a highly sensitive person, hop on over to my website at ThriveTherapyandCounseling.com and sign up for the blog, Tips from a Highly Sensitive Therapist. All right, thanks very much. Good wishes to all of you. Bye.